And we are live. No Chill Live. 126. Thanksgiving.
Woo! 126.
A time of revolution. A time
Yes,
when
sir.
there's got to be a change.
We are
People
back.
in power have misused it, and now there has to be a change, and a better world has to be built, and the only way it's going to be built is with extreme methods. And I, for one, will join in with anyone. Don't care what color you are, as long as you want to change this miserable condition that exists on this earth. Thank you.
Yes, we are back.
Let's go.
No Chill Live. 126. We got Julian here. We got Bryan. We got Troy.
And we extreme.
Shout out to Most Def Yassine Bey.
That's right. That's right.
I would play more of that, but I'm not trying to kill the streams.
Not a minute in. Not a minute in.
Welcome back, everybody, to No Chill Live special Thanksgiving edition, and we're thankful for you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Follow, subscribe. We're on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere you get your live content. And don't forget the podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, Google Podcasts. While it's still around, we're on there as well.
Yes, we are everywhere, guys. But most importantly, we're here tonight.
That's right.
And we got a lot to catch up on, a lot to prepare for.
Yeah.
You know, we got Thanksgiving coming up. I think it's the last week of Scorpio season. When we come back, it's going to be officially Sagittarius season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be officially prepping for Christmas, prepping for SantaCon. We got a lot of fun things coming up.
We really do. We really do. How was the weekend, man? How was the weekend? I saw both of you guys on Saturday. Got a little boozy brunch going. But how was the weekend?
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the Ashford in Jersey City.
That's right.
Yeah, we all did a nice brunch. Finally saw the bling on that finger.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Shout out to my lady, Natalie. We are engaged. That's my fiance.
Oof.
And yeah, she's got some weight on her hand. She's got some weight.
Yeah. Shout out to Nat.
That's right.
Shout out to Jenna. Yeah, we had a good time. Shout out to Abigail.
That's right.
We all had a really nice Saturday. Following that, though, I did have another place to go to. You know, I hit up UFC 295 at Madison Square Garden.
The Garden. How was it? You were saying that the fights were entertaining.
Oh my God, so entertaining. It was actually, they did the time, I think it was all on the pay-per-view, when you add up the fight time for all the fights, it was like 21 minutes or something crazy like that.
Man. Out of 5 pay-per-view fights, 21 minutes?
Yes, man.
Wow.
All of them were either first or second round finish, so, you know, a lot of violence in the Garden, a lot of great shit. So I got to see Alex Pereira, you know, win his second belt, light heavyweight, 205. Saw interim champion at heavyweight, Tom Aspinall over from England, do his thing.
Okay.
You know, John Jones was supposed to, initially headline the Garden this fight, but he got injured. But it still was lit. You know, it was so lit. But you know who had the most lit entrance out of everybody there?
Who?
Donald Trump, yo.
Oh man, of all people, he's been in New York fighting these cases.
Yeah, for real. He has, but hey, he had free time Saturday night, and we were in the same building. He came out with Dana White, Kid Rock, his goofy son, Don Jr., and Tucker Carlson. They came out to some rock and roll music. I don't even know what the song was, but I just heard the crowd cheer for him, and I was like, oh shit, this is wacky, yo.
That was going to be my next question. You know, what kind of reaction, what kind of reception did he receive? Everybody was cheering. Were there boos or anything like that, or it was all love?
It was mostly love, you know, especially at a UFC event. I really, you know, UFC, MMA, I love that shit. But they got the lowest fan IQ out of probably all the sports.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think football is definitely not high.
No.
But
true.
Hockey is probably going to give UFC a little bit of a run for this money.
Man, I don't know. You just judge them because they're missing teeth, man. That's not right.
Listen, it's not even sport. It's just, listen, if you want to watch boxing or UFC, then go to one of those events. You don't have to go to hockey to see people's teeth on the ice or R.I.P. to that young man that got killed in the last month or so.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, I saw they arrested the guy. That happened in England.
No, it happened didn't it happen in Canada, Troy?
I don't know. I don't remember where it happened.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Oh, good. I don't remember what happened. It might have been Canada. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Canada, but you're saying they arrested the guy in England.
No, I thought it happened in England, but they arrested him on manslaughter charges or wherever this happened, and
Wow.
he was released on bond, but they charged him, man. He's not like Alec Baldwin. Well, we don't know because that Alec Baldwin stuff is still open too. But
Yeah, there's some weird things happening with that. They're gonna spin the block on Alec, but that's good. I'm glad this guy got arrested because he's got a history of this stuff, and it's just you can't just completely get away with murder like that.
yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you should not be able to. That's better wording.
Yeah. People are trying to get away with a lot of shit. Troy, did you find out where that came from?
Still trying to find it.
Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like fighting cases. It's not just Trump. And, you know, the mayor of New York City, the cop mayor, Eric Adams, he's been pressed by the feds, man, and his campaign funds. You know, I was shocked to hear this. It's insane, man. Did you hear about Eric Adams? Like, were you shocked to see those headlines too?
I mean, I wasn't really shocked to see the headlines because we all know that money runs politics. There's a lot of money that goes into it. It comes out, a lot of promises made, XYZ. Honestly, I was more surprised that this even hit the news because it's only $6,000. To me, that doesn't seem like a lot, especially for somebody who's the mayor of New York City. His campaign, I'm sure, gathered millions of dollars. And for them to pick out this $6,000, I was kind of surprised, honestly. I really was.
I think, you know, it is a part of a larger scheme, they're saying. They're saying, you know, the feds are continuing to investigate his mayoral campaign to see if they received illegal donations from the Turkish government as a part of an alleged kickback scheme. So we're not sure how much evidence they're gathering, but we do know they did seize his phones and some electronic devices. He seems to be taking it in stride, though. He doesn't seem to be too worried. But do you think this might be the beginning of the end? Because I think he's set to run for re-election next year.
I don't know. I mean, he's been doing a lot of weird things, whether it's with the homeless, the robot dogs. Now he just recently came out with like electric helicopters, like all the toll stuff when it comes to going into New York City, the subways, increasing the prices. It's just he's been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Whether
a lot of cop stuff.
Yeah, a lot of cop stuff, which, you know, that's his background. I think that everybody expected that, and that's kind of what the people who voted for him, what they were looking for, because crime in New York was getting crazy. But this situation, it does seem like there's some deeper, darker things going on. Because they're like the people that gave this money, they're all U.S. citizens. They gave them the money between 2018 and 2021. But they're also volunteers to the Turkin Foundation, but they didn't list the group on their donations. But the group apparently gives U.S. housing to Turkish students. And then, you know, they also do some employment things and stuff like that. So it's I don't know. I don't know what to think of this right now. I just don't.
Yeah. I need some more info on this. We'll see. I mean, usually New York mayors do more than one term. I don't remember one. You know, even de Blasio, he was hated even by his wife and ended up doing more than one term.
Don't say that. They still live together. He's like a super cuck.
Exactly. They still living together while she dates other people. But I'd rather deal with that situation than having the feds on my ass because that can't be fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what happens with this. I was definitely surprised, but it's been an ongoing theme of the year. The feds going after politicians. They seem to be on steroids.
Listen, I guess that's some of that money that Biden gave them. It's go into this instead of the PPP loans? I don't know.
And it's on both sides of the aisle, right? Like we talked about Menendez, another Democrat. You know, other Republicans have been. I think George Santos is under some fire for living I don't know how many different lives. That guy's insane. It's crazy. I don't know, man.
One of his many personalities. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever heard that term before? Straw donors?
No.
Yeah, I never heard it before either. But apparently, it's how like they basically give money to somebody to then donate to a political campaign so they can hide where the money actually came from. And they call them a straw donor.
Wow, that makes sense.
It's kind of like a drug mule, but for money.
Yeah, there's some shady business out there. I mean, I don't know. Whenever I hear about foreign governments being, influencing our politics, it's not surprising. We do that shit all the time.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been doing this for 100 years. So
plus, yeah, probably since the inception of the United
Good point. Yeah.
Oh, man. But we also talked about the Republican debates, speaking of Trump. He hasn't gone to any of them, but he still is the leading candidate.
57%, they say.
Over the Republicans?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's nuts. The next closest person is supposed to be DeSantis with like 22%.
Wow, that's more than I expected for DeSantis, honestly. But people keep dropping out. Mike Pence dropped out. Ex-Vice President Mike Pence. I mean, I never thought any of these guys had a chance. Let's be real.
Either.
Like,
I don't either. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the ability to just spew vitriol. They don't have the ability to galvanize the crazy whites. Like they just don't have it.
It's Trump's party now. He owns the Republican Party. I mean, the Democrats are pretty much old school Republicans, You see like George W. Bush at the Dallas Cowboys game, people cheering him on, Veterans Day. I'm like, wow, I guess all that's okay.
Shout out to our veterans. Shout out to the veterans.
Yeah.
We didn't even do that last week.
I mean, yeah, we did it, but it's all good. They got a lot of love and free chicken fingers at Applebee's and other places. So
I'm upset. I was driving and the Perkins that I had literally like 7 minutes from my house, it got taken over by IHOP.
What? Damn, that's trash.
I was really, really upset. That Perkins was hitting. Sad stuff. We used to, between me and Nat, we would get breakfast there for like $35-$40.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Perkins, I don't even know if it exists anymore because a couple locations I'm aware of closed down.
Yeah.
I hope it's still alive because I love Perkins pancakes, the best pancakes
They
ever.
were great. And plus the people were just nice in there. Like, it's going to change. It's going to change now. We saw the women. They don't like those chain restaurants. I don't like them either.
I mean, Perkins, it was a chain, but it was like a local chain.
Yeah, it's like a mom and pop chain.
Yeah. Speaking of mom, Tim Scott, Republican candidate. You told me how he brought his mom out on the campaign because he's not married.
He did.
We thought he was a single guy.
He did last time we talked about him.
Yeah, but he had his girlfriend reveal just a week ago. This girl, Mindy Noyce. He brought her out on stage. They held hands. But days later, he said, I'm suspending my campaign. Like, they said that this man was losing popularity for every debate he went to.
It's sad.
It is sad. Do you think that the girlfriend reveal had anything to do with him suspending his campaign, or do you think that was maybe the last ditch effort to try to get some juice into it? Because people were curious about that. I feel like we knew more about that than any of his real politics.
Doug, it was definitely the latter. I mean, listen, what is going to save your run for president better than you dating a white woman and you're a black guy? Like, and you're a Republican. Like, all those things, you're trying to make the stars align to save your political campaign, and it clearly didn't work. It just didn't work for him.
You think that would be helpful?
I would think for him, absolutely. Anybody that's a Republican and lives in middle America or the South, and they're looking at this black guy and they're like, okay, he's a Republican candidate. I'm not excited about him because he's bald and black. And then he brings out, his lady, and they're like, oh, maybe that'll help. Or it'll be the opposite.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is not what we want to see. This is illegal still in Alabama. Like,
Exactly, bro. It's definitely the latter, bro. People were pissed off. They were like, first off, they didn't believe it.
it looked so awkward when they walked out. I don't even understand why they walked out together.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it was a Hail Mary attempt. I think it was, I don't know. I feel like that's not really his girlfriend. I think he hired this woman.
Dang, you think so?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't believe it. I mean, you got a lot of people questioning his sexuality on the internet, a lot of conservatives. But I do understand suspending your campaign, especially if you keep losing popularity, if you're going for the nomination. At this point, like, Trump has it in the bag. He's not even going to the debates.
Yeah.
And I would want to suspend my campaign before the holidays, so let me enjoy my time with my family.
You gotta save face and think about the future. If you tank too badly, then there's no chance of you getting like a cabinet seat or maybe even being a VP candidate. Like there's no chance for that if your numbers just continue to drop into the teens and then the single digits. So, I mean, it's the smart play, but it's kind of disappointing. They said that he had the second most campaign funds compared to Trump.
Wow. Hey, I mean, he might just want to cash out. We know.
What happens with that money? When they lose and they didn't spend everything, what happens to those millions of dollars?
I mean, that's what the FBI is trying to figure out, too. I mean, seriously, like, these campaign, I don't know, like, Trump got in trouble for using campaign funds for paying off Stormy Daniels.
Yes.
Eric Adams is under fire for campaign funds. I don't know. I feel like it all could be a Ponzi scheme. Jill Stein also, she put out a video last week saying that she's running for the Green Party nomination once again, and people are really upset about that. They have PTSD.
I mean, fool me once. And not only that, what happened with Cornell? Why exactly did he stop running under the Green Party?
I don't know. Maybe.
No information came out about that, right?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. He just decided to go independent. Maybe it just wasn't looking likely for him to win that, that seat. Maybe he knew Jill Stein was planning a campaign. I don't know. I don't know much about the Green Party, but maybe she's like their Hillary. I don't know.
More like they're Bernie, but yeah.
Yeah, you saw Bernie try to break up that fight yesterday on the Senate.
Yeah, yelling at him like an old man. No, you sit down. You are a senator.
They listened, man. They didn't really want to fight. Maybe they did. He should have let him go. I think that would have been great.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it in other countries.
Yeah. Why not?
I've never seen him fight somebody that's like they're answering questions. I've seen them fight like other congressmen and stuff. I've never seen him fight like a witness. Like, that's crazy. And he stood up and took his jacket off and everything. He was ready to go.
Yeah, he was ready to go. The other guy said, I would love to. Like, I would have loved to watch it. So, Bernie, you screwing up, man.
Yeah.
You screwing up. You won't support a ceasefire, man. People are pissed off at you, bro. But
that's the future of politics. Bare knuckle boxing.
Power slap.
Which would you prefer? Like 5 rounds of bare knuckle boxing or power slap?
I think I go with power slap. You
Yeah.
know, I just would want the suspense, from each slap. You just got to eat that and take it. So, I would like that.
You might be right, because it's not like the politicians are like trained slappers and stuff the way that the people that do power slap are. Like, those guys, they bend at the knees, turn the hip. They got everything, all sorts of torque going on when they slap somebody. But
they learned from Dana White, man. We all saw him slap his wife last year. He really did. Now he's walking out with Donald Trump. Like, oh yeah, we're the guys. Where do we live? It's crazy.
We're the guys. That's crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's crazy, yo. I don't know. I don't know what to make of any of this. I just know next year is going to be insane. I'm predicting a civil war, but hey, hopefully it doesn't happen. We don't know.
Yeah, I told you I don't want civil war next year. I got too much going on in the next like 12 to 18 months. I would much rather the civil war happen in like 2028, 2029. But then you did have a good point that like once you start having a family, I don't know if you want a civil war.
Nah, I'm good off any civil war, guys. So
that builds character though for your kids, like having to go through some real shit.
I'm not going there right now. There's too much going on. Yeah, man. Speaking of building character through trauma, Keke Palmer, she filed for full custody of her 8-month-old son amid, a lot of issues with her baby dad. What's his name? Darius Jackson.
That's probably going to be the last couple times we say his name.
I mean, I don't know. She did. She filed a restraining order against him, claiming that he abused her. She's alleging, multiple instances of physical violence, and the filing included screenshots of what appeared to be security footage of a male striking a female over a sofa. She also alleged that Jackson abused her multiple times over a 2-year period. Now, we talked about them multiple times this year. First we found out he existed when he tweeted out, "It's the outfit though, you a mom," when she was serenaded by Usher wearing a sexy outfit. He spun her around in front of a whole crowd.
She looked great.
And but Keke Palmer, she was playful with it. She sold merch. She sold merch and said, "I'm a mother." She also made a song called Boyfriend with Usher with the whole music video behind it. So obviously she monetized from the situation, but there was obviously some darker stuff behind the scenes, and now it's all coming to light. Were you surprised when you saw these details come this week?
Honestly, not really. Like we already talked about them being on the outs after the whole situation. I mean, he obviously handled it very poorly. And now more information is coming out about him putting his hands on her, and the mom, and he released some audio, and like all kinds of nasty stuff has been happening. None of which I think helps him necessarily. So listen, as long as Keke, the baby, they're safe and happy, I wish all of them the best, but not super surprised. This was not going to play out well for them ever since this incident happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. Usher actually called some strays in the audio that was leaked out. Like, it was, I don't know, apparently their moms were yelling at each other, got involved, and he was arguing with her mom, and she was just like, "You worried about Usher? Usher's gay." And it's just like, what is going on? Like, what the hell?
Damn. Why they got to do that to Usher?
They weren't intending for this.
That man is married.
No, he's not.
He's not anymore?
No, he's not, but he does have a girlfriend.
Okay.
And have I think he has like 2 young kids with her.
With the girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't super surprised when I heard about this, but it is fucked up to think about, a kid having to, deal with this as a baby, and have people arguing and just putting out all their business out there. Yeah. I felt like he obviously showed he was kind of a corny, insecure type of dude initially. Put with the tweets and all the selfies and other things he was doing. But hey, this was the type of guy that she was attracted to. Hopefully they're able to find some type of peace, but it is fucked up, man. Do you think Usher has done this to other people?
Usher didn't do nothing. He didn't. I'm not putting Usher into this. This has nothing to do with him. Listen, he was performing. He was doing his job like he was supposed to. Keke added some extra sauce and yams and all that kind of stuff to it.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes, indeed. She added meat and potatoes, and then homeboy got upset. Now, all this other stuff about the domestic abuse and that sort of thing, obviously it's new information, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad that she's out of that situation then. If they're broken up and she's trying to move on, hopefully she gets custody or whatever needs to happen. But I would like to see them piece it up. But who knows? I don't know the details of this situation. Maybe they never need to piece it up. Maybe he was acting like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, I really don't want to know any more details. Hopefully they just figure it out in court. But it's in the public now. Now they're obviously both trying to, play that game of public opinion. And, when allegations of abuse come out, like, nobody's, that's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
So.
And he's still crying, talking about just thank God and keep it pushing. Being betrayed by someone you loved really changes your mindset. Nobody apologized for how they treated me. They just blamed me for how I reacted. Like, this dude has been trying to get pity votes.
Bro, he's making light-skinned niggas look bad, like 100% with his behavior, man. I don't know the guy, but everything he said has just been fucking lame to me.
Yeah,
and
not great.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's scary to have kids with someone. You never know, what's going to happen. But that's why you got to be careful, guys. Be careful who you have babies with, because it sucks to have an 8-month-old and have to deal with this extra stuff. Like, no bueno.
They only went public with their relationship in 2021. It's 2023 now. So in the span of how many months, not even a year, she was pregnant, then having a kid, and then the kid is like 8 months old now. So they moved a little quick. It's just, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, yes. People break up. We talked about Jeezy last week getting interviewed by Nia Long. They both had high-profile breakups in the past year. Jeezy this year. Actually, both. Was it? Yeah, that was both this year. Damn, time flies. But, Jeezy, we posted a clip today of Jeezy saying, real niggas don't cheat. Nia Long was really enthused at that statement. You said you watched the whole interview.
Yeah.
What was your take after watching the whole thing?
Oh, I loved it. I'm a fan of both of them, so I've got a little bit of a cape on for sure. And I'm also going to see Jeezy and Fab this weekend in Philly. You know the vibes. But yeah, I thought it was great, honestly. It was pretty funny to me because while it was like 50% interview, it was also 50% a date, and they were clearly feeling each other out. Jeezy was like dropping some, oh, wow. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, I would never. Like he was definitely adding a lot of sauce to it. Just in his responses, the way he would react to the things that she would say. And it went from her interviewing to them to literally it just being a conversation back and forth. And he started asking her questions like, oh, how do you react to that though? How do you move past that? How are you able to grow? Like what makes you happy as a woman? Like, bro, he was in his bag. He was in his bag. I loved it.
Yeah, he's been to therapy for a couple of years now. He's using that as a game.
Yeah,
yeah. I knew he was capping as soon as he said, "That's fast. That's so fascinating."
Yo, saying that men cheating is fascinating is nuts. Like, there ain't nothing fascinating about that shit.
I find that so fascinating. Like. Oh my God.
Sick.
Yeah. But you were with them. Last week.
Absolutely. I'm still with them. Real niggas don't cheat.
I'm not. That's Cap and Stephen A. He called him out too. He's been talking about a lot of what we've been talking about. We've been really lying with Stephen A. this year. And he had some comments about this.
Yeah, his late night show has been great. Let's take a listen.
Who got it going on, successful, ambitious, etc., etc. Those men ultimately reach a point, ladies and gentlemen. It's never the point where you don't covet what you see. It's never the point where you wouldn't want to take a peek at something that you find attractive to the human eye. Remember that scene from A Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence, when he was outside of the club talking to the club owner, and the guy said, there ain't a day go by that I don't see some bouquet that I wouldn't mind taking a peek at. The difference is, but what me and my girl got going on ain't nothing worth messing that up. That is the point that real men get to.
Now, I will say earlier in that segment, he did call out Jeezy.
Yeah, why do you take that part out?
I can only put so much. It was like a 12-minute video.
Oh, that is so funny, yeah.
But it was definitely, it was really comical. He basically said that, Jeezy, you wildin'. I understand what you're trying to say, but nah, people cheat.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, I got to agree with him, man. I got to agree with Stephen A. Whole shit. I actually got it. Hold on. I can pull it up what he said.
Okay.
Real brothers don't cheat? Yeah, they do. Yeah, man, they do. I mean, what the hell's going on here? Dr. Phil, what's going on?
He called him Dr. Phil.
That's a bald shot. I don't like that. I don't like that from Stephen A., who is about to join the bald gang. I don't like that.
That's hilarious. He was acting like Dr. Phil throughout the whole interview, yo. That's so nuts, yo.
Listen, anybody that's done interviews know that the sign of a good interview is when you turn the tables.
Is that?
It is. It is. It is.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a sign of a good interview. That might be the sign of a weak interviewer or someone who's trying to, I don't know, do something else.
You calling Nia Long weak? Why are you taking shots at Nia? I thought she did a great job. Great job.
Oh my God, no. I mean, it was performative, right? But yeah, shit.
The only annoying thing to me about that whole interview was the video angle. I don't know why they only had her face in the corner. It was so weird. And then for him, it was a little bit of a better angle, but for her, it was she's at the very corner of the screen and stuff.
Yeah, that interview was just like any Taylor Rooks interview, and we saw Taylor Rooks at the Bomani Jones thing, and we can understand why players be acting like that with her.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Taylor Rooks, but I will say. The worst one I've ever seen with Taylor Rooks is Jaylen Brown. Yeah. When he said he was winning 5 rings in the next 5 years. Motherfucker ain't won shit since.
Oh, my God. Yeah, for real, man. Israel Adesanya was pretty weird, too, with his, I can't wait jerking off before. It's just whoa, what the hell? Yeah. Too
much information, buddy.
Yeah, too much information. Another NBA player who gave us a little bit too much information, Tristan Thompson. Another guy we talk about pretty frequently. This past year, not as much as last year.
Yeah.
When he had the side baby.
He's been laying low.
Yeah, he has been laying low. But when you're with the Kardashian, I don't know if he's really with Khloe at this point, but he was on the show. He was on the show, and he was approached by Courtney on the show, and she confronted him on his infidelity.
Just look for the mobile.
Did you?
So yeah, I all I saw when I tried to find it, it was just small clips. I don't. Has the episode been released yet, or they were? Oh, okay.
I got the audio right here.
Okay, cool.
That's fair.
The next day after you do the deed, do you feel anything?
Nah, why they drop that tune?
For me personally, when I cheat, I feel disgusted the next day.
But then, so then why do you do it again?
He said
he feel disgusted because he did some nasty freak shit. That's why.
He said when I cheat, I feel disgusted the next day. He didn't even say when I cheated. He's this happens all the time.
Listen, I don't know. It's so funny. She sounds just like Kim. They have the same voice. And she's starting to look more and more like her too, which is annoying me because the reason I liked Courtney is because she didn't really look the way that Kim looked.
Really? I don't know. I think they still look like themselves. And I feel like they all sound alike, but they sound different if you hear them enough. Like, if you watch the show, you'll know the difference. But, yeah, if you don't see them, they all fucking sound the same.
Yeah, but I thought this was just so weird.
Yeah.
Like,
especially on the show, like, put him on the hot spot. But it's weird to have that conversation with someone's, like, family. And
yeah. Like, I just don't, I don't know. It's not going to resolve the issue. It's not like he's cheating on Courtney. Maybe if he was with Courtney, he probably wouldn't be cheating. But you know what? Let me stop. I'm just saying.
Bryan blames women. It's just Chloe's fault.
No, I'm blaming him. I'm saying he picked the wrong one. Like,
oh my God.
But I just think I don't know. What does she expect him to say?
Yeah.
It's another situation where you gotta lie. Like,
yeah, I mean, Courtney says, that her and Tristan, they just haven't connected, and she's like, I can't fake it. And Chloe was saying, in this family, if you do something to one of us, it affects everyone. So if you cheat on me, you cheat on all of us. I guess that's why they shunned Jordan Woods back in the day. I feel like it's weird. I feel like what happens between couples, they should resolve that between themselves. I'm not trying to get involved in my siblings' infidelities, but the Kardashians, they have a show. They live off the tabloids. They put all this information out there. That's kind of how they make their livelihood. So when you actually have a kid with one of them and you want to be a part of their lives and a part of what's going on, I guess he feels the need to do this. I don't know, man.
These are just different games. Different games. I mean, from a standpoint of his overall career, I mean, that's pretty much like done right now, isn't it? He's on the Cavs.
He's
still on the Cavs?
He got signed to them again this year. Yeah.
Okay.
And, he's still young. He's like, 32 years old. He's still very successful. He's an NBA champion.
We love to wear that title of NBA champion. Just because somebody was on a squad. Yeah, he was. And he was an active member of that squad. But what has he done since?
It doesn't matter. He's an NBA champion. He did it already. So, I give him his respect. And he had a successful career.
He did.
But when it comes to this, I don't know. I've cheated in the past. And I can relate to him. Sometimes you feel disgusted with your behavior. Like, oh, man, I feel guilty. I feel bad. I feel like people think of cheating as an attack on your partner. And sometimes it's just a lack of self-control or just, maybe you're lacking something in a relationship, the way you kind of alluded with him and Chloe. Sometimes you're just an NBA player in your 20s and you just want to live your best life. I don't know. I feel like the percentage of NBA players who don't cheat is very low. So I feel like this is just publicized. And also it doesn't help when you do it in their house with one of the friends and also when you have kids outside of your relationship. So it's kind of hard to ever defend Tristan Thompson.
Made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of mistakes that if he maybe didn't make some of them, he could have gone on just regular cheating. But nah, you had to fuck somebody's friend. You had to have a kid on the side. You had to do all this extra shit.
And she's still around, so who knows? Maybe it doesn't even matter. But I do relate to his feeling disgusted. But I do think it's hilarious that he was like, when I cheat, I just feel this way. But also cheating. There's a fun side before the disgust that happens. It's just like you got to embrace it. So if you're gonna cheat, at least own it. And
we did talk about it before. It's that moment of clarity. That's what happens. I mean, you just can't get away from it because you're gonna think about it. And you're going to be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. But then it was good enough for you maybe to do it again later. So it's an endless cycle. Endless cycle. Love, hate.
Yeah. I don't know. He said therapy has helped him a lot. So hopefully it helps him, move forward. So the next time he cheats, he doesn't feel so bad.
Yo, what?
He's the one who's suffering, clearly.
I want him to be happy.
Shout out to Tristan Thompson. I thought that was a good clip, but I think he was just being honest. I feel like everyone's had put themselves in positions, especially being that young. He's young with money that he's just like, I don't think people understand there's a dark side to this too. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. You think he's capping?
Dude, please. He does not feel disgusted. Maybe now. Like, it's been so many years, but before? No.
Nah. Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. There's no way. But these relationships with these ballers, it's tough to maintain. You know, we talk about Larsa Pippen and Scottie Pippen all the time, especially now that she's dating Marcus Jordan. But we talked about BravoCon, which is going on, I think, in Las Vegas last week. And apparently, Larsa Pippen got mad at a Real Housewives co-star, Julia Lemigova, who had the nerve to ask Marcus Jordan to take pictures for her.
Had the nerve to have her titties out.
She got mad, apparently, because she asked him to take pictures of her using his phone. To make matters even worse. You know, sources told...
That's some slick shit, though. That is definitely some slick shit. Yeah. Oh, no, just take them with your phone and then send them to me. I'll give you my number.
Has that never happened to you innocently, though? Like...
Plead the fifth.
It has for me. Like
innocent? Come on.
100%.
What is innocent?
Innocent is like you see I'm taking pictures of people and with people, and I see someone standing there, and I'm like, oh, do you want me to take pictures of you too? You look really good. You know, I'll send them to you. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I'm just being nice in that moment. Sometimes I want to share. Sharing is caring, but it doesn't mean I have the intention.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm saying from my perspective, it could be innocent. But if somebody tries that on you, more times than not, it's not innocent.
So you're on her side on this one.
I didn't say that. I think she's just shook. I think she's like, oh, he likes older women. This is an older lady, and she had her titties out at this show. So I'm not happy with that.
Damn. Is that not a good sign? Because this is her environment.
I mean, you figured this lady, I have to be honest. I did have to look up who Julia Lemigova was.
Okay.
And
tell me about her, because I don't even know, man.
Yeah, so basically she was actually Miss USSR.
Oh, shit.
In like the 80s.
Okay.
So now I think she's married to a woman. And she's got kids and everything like that. She's 50 years old, so right in Larsa's alley. And, you know, she's obviously on this show. So she won, Miss USSR in 1990 and then was a runner-up for Miss Universe in 1991.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay. Hall of Fame right there.
Yeah. Hall of Fame beauty shit. So do I think Larsa was probably overreacting? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they've got plenty of photographers at these types of events. I'm sure somebody could have taken the pictures. And if Larsa's already on edge, I don't know. Didn't we talk about how Marcus has been allegedly out with other women? Like, there's.
Did we talk about that?
I mentioned it the last live.
Okay.
Yeah. But I could see her being on edge about this.
Wow. Yeah, I think she's just suffering from menopause symptoms.
You better chill. The ladies are going to come after us.
I think she's just having some hot flashes, and she's just taking it out on this other woman.
It's possible. Listen, anything is possible. But everybody apparently was saying that she overreacted.
I'm sure. I would hate to have to deal with this, honestly. Like, in a relationship, especially such a public relationship. They have a podcast. She's on a reality TV show. Mm-hmm. She's already older than him. She should act, you know, if she's going to be old enough to be his mom, she should be more mature in the situation. Like,
yo.
For real.
That's crazy. But you're right. But you are right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she was trying to seduce him, but who knows? Maybe she was. If she was trying to get under her skin, then it worked. Troy, what do you think about this? Do you think that that's actually a tactic people use? And what do you think about like her reaction?
You know, I definitely think that could be a tactic from like that point of view. You know, that is like a good move. But on the opposite end, like I could see myself falling for something and being like, yeah, of course I'll take the picture, and thinking it's innocent, and then your partner's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, this is a thing, and I'd be like, how is it a thing? And then when it's explained and there's all this other like underlying stuff going on, it definitely makes sense, and I think it is a move.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it could have been innocent. I don't know. I feel like none of these women that are on these shows of Real Housewives or Bravo stuff, like MTV, ETV, whatever the hell it is, I don't think any of them trust each other or like each other. I think they are catty as hell. And
that's what the show's about.
Exactly. That's what makes it popular. But I think that's probably what is happening with this.
Yeah, and girls always swear that they're like, oh, I know women more than you. Like, I know what she's trying to do. Like, it's always a funny conversation. As a guy, you have to gaslight and be like, no, like, believe me, it's nothing, because you don't want to add fuel to the fire.
You don't.
You have to
because
trust your
then
partner.
you're the one that got to hear it at home and for the next week. Like, and then she's going to bring it up again a month later. Like, remember when? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she has to explain it, and then you got a whole other thing. No.
Yeah, sometimes gaslighting is the best path forward, guys. And sometimes it's just like, all right, if you know it's like, you have to trust your partner to not act on things at a certain point.
Yeah.
You can't control outsiders. So, some certain things and behaviors can make you upset. This borderline, but I don't, if the person doesn't have an issue that anyone's aware of, don't make it an issue, because now you look lame.
If you had to choose one between Larsa and Julia, who are you taking?
I'm going to take Julia.
Yeah, me too. Larsa looked like shit in that picture.
Damn.
Looking all orange like she got the J. Trump treatment. Like, that's terrible.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Would you take Larsa or Joe Smith's wife?
Jeez, that's a good segue. That's a tough one, actually.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Larsa got some miles on her, according to what she's saying. Like,
yeah, Joe Smith's wife, her miles don't count.
Yeah, they don't count, and she's been out of work for like 30 years. So she's just now getting back to the game. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And she is back in the game, man.
I might take Keisha. In that situation.
I got to see more footage.
Gotta do some research.
Watch the tape, guys. Oh my God.
Terrible. That is terrible. Yeah. She's been wilding out though.
Yeah, she has, man. Mace and Cameron were talking about her around the same time we were talking about her when that video leaked, or she posted that video of Joe Smith confronting her after he found out about her OnlyFans account. They talked about her. Cameron said, like, if you're available, like, come through. I think they interviewed her, right?
They interviewed her, and she also, put those hands to work.
Oh.
So let's take a quick look at the video.
Yeah, Mace got Cameron a gift.
That's right.
Where's your relationship at right now? Because they act, I don't really know what's going on with my co-host right now. They're not asking no question.
She over here massaging this man's back. He took his clothes off, laid down on the table. I wish they gave her a mic.
Will this jeopardize it?
No.
So he's not going to feel...
I'm not worried about it.
No, but he's not going to feel any way about what you're doing.
She don't give a shit about Joe Smith.
No,
at all.
When's the last time y'all communicated?
We were texting with each other over the last.
Good, that's good. They're making progress.
They were texting with each other
for
over
the
the last
future
few
with
days.
y'all.
I don't know.
Do you want it to be hope there?
I want to be happy.
This is what I think from your comments.
That's a non-answer.
I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, sorry.
He over here moaning while she massages him.
But I think that you was at a point a couple weeks ago where you wanted to fix this, and I think that you're having fun right now, seeing what single life has been treating you like the last couple weeks. Because I could be wrong, but last one.
Oh man.
Damn.
Oh, Joe Smith. I'm sorry, buddy, but She's for the streets. She is for the streets.
Shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's sad, but hey, I mean, it didn't sound like he was planning on getting back with her after the initial outrage.
Yeah.
Sound like he was done, and he also, she threatened to leak out some sex tapes with him, and he said he's going to be suing her if any sex tape gets leaked out. So she seems to just feel like she could do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And now we're still talking about her weeks later. Do you think her OnlyFans has really blown up? Do you think that these tactics are working? Because it ruined her marriage.
I have to assume that it's working to a degree. But I mean, it depends on what are the success measures for Keisha Chavis right now? I don't know. Troy mentioned that she was on Twitter and stuff. There's this page or this porn site or something. They do fan bus, where basically they have like women have sex with like weird looking dudes, and one of them is what's his name?
Baby Alien?
Yeah, Baby Alien. So this dude is probably like 3.5, 4 feet tall. He has like a huge head and then small bug eyes and no chin. Like that's like an accurate description of him. And I did see the quick clip of her getting in the van with him.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
She is all the way outside, and she's getting her bag by hook, by crook, by any means necessary.
Yeah. Going outside, if you ask me. But, hey, if it's working for her, if this is what she wants, then who am I to judge? But, yeah, for Joe Smith, I don't think he's going back after this. Yeah. Seems like her idea is a little bit different. She thinks that, when she does this, it's just work. Mm-hmm. She doesn't see it as anything bad. And she, pretty much blames him for not being able to provide financially, which I think it's kind of messed up. But as she did say, this is who she is. But it doesn't mean he has to stay in that situation. But I hope she still keeps putting content out. Keisha, do your thing. You're a star, girl. You're a star.
You're a star, girl is crazy.
They say they never know. You never know when your big break is gonna come, and I feel like this is her moment. Like,
I mean, I guess so. She's definitely capitalized on the opportunity from just that one post of her recording his reaction to finding out about the OnlyFans all the way till now. She's done countless interviews.
Yeah.
She's over here massaging Cam, like she's getting in random buses to have sex with midgets. Like it's there's weird stuff going on. So I guess get it how you live, but it's sad to see it happen this way.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad, but it's also entertaining. I mean, people break up all the time, and porn is a big part of people's lives. And Tisha Campbell, she found out how big a part of porn was her dad's life after he died.
Oh my goodness. This clip, this is bad. I don't like it. R.I.P. Mr. Campbell.
Clifton Campbell died at 76 years old.
Oh man. Nah, she's showing the TV he was using. He had the old school joint still, like with the half and half. One side VHS, one side DVD. That was a nasty boy.
Look at this. Okay, let's name them. White holes with bros.
Okay, that's the interracial. Tim Scott and Mindy.
Gaping black buttholes.
Oh man, not the hoochie coochie mamas.
That's the classic.
That's a good name though for a porn disc.
Oh my god,
hoochie coochie mamas.
Yeah, man.
That shit open up with the hoot rat, hooch mom. That's definitely the song that's in the intro for that one.
Man, she said she was just, and before he died, she was begging him to get rid of his DVD player, and he says now she knows why he wanted to keep it.
Oh man, I would.
She said he would have liked this. He would have understood it and thought it was funny. And he did just pass away on November 1st, so this is their way of coping. I did find it funny. He is dead, so it's impossible for him to be embarrassed. But I would like to think that this type of thing wouldn't happen to me when I die. I don't know.
I know that's my thing. Like I like that she posted and said that he would have liked it and hope this makes people smile, because it definitely did.
Yeah,
it was funny and comical. If he wouldn't have been crazy embarrassed by it, fine, but it does seem like an invasion of the man's privacy. Like that was clearly his collection.
His collection, man.
Even at 76, he was protecting that shit, and she just aired it out to the world.
Yeah, aired out gaping black buttholes to the world. I was gonna have the wildest transition of the year.
Why you stop? Come on, let's take this to the next level.
I was gonna say Tisha Campbell's ex-husband is. Do you know who her ex-husband is?
No, who is it?
Dwayne Martin.
Oh no, is it really?
Yeah, they got divorced a few years ago. They were married for 20 years, and Dwayne Martin made headlines because you sent us a clip of this Tasha K interview of Will Smith's former assistant, brother Bilal, and he had a lot to say, including. That's why I couldn't transition to it, because I'm like...
That's why you couldn't do it?
Oh, my God. No, he said that he had a sexual relationship with Dwayne Martin. Now, that is a rumor. And, people have alluded to things like that because they're close friends for a while. Dwayne Martin actually, I guess his reps spoke out and said, they won't dignify this claim with the response. Yeah. Tasha K, she got sued and lost.
Cardi B.
I think she's getting sued by R. Kelly. I don't know. That's what they said on the Joe Budden podcast today.
Yeah.
That's like when this dropped. But I mean, we talked about Will Smith being betrayed by his wife. Now this guy claims they were close friends, and whatever he said, it's a form of betrayal. Like
Yeah. Regardless,
what do you
it definitely
think?
is.
Like, do you think that this is just like a part of the dog pile on Will Smith? Do you think this guy was trying to extort him for some money? What do you think this is?
I don't know. There is a clip of brother Bilal and Will next to each other, and I think Will did include him in a portion of his book. So clearly he had some level of access to Will Smith and the Smith family. Will's rep came out and said that, this is unequivocally false. Jada says that we gonna sue. She told the paparazzi that. You got to give Tasha K credit, though.
For what?
She has no fear. She will say whatever. She will say that Cardi got STDs. She will say whatever she wants about Will having sex and letting this man come on there and talk about Will's manhood size and stuff. Like it was out of bounds.
Yeah,
it was definitely out of bounds.
It was out of bounds. Like Jada Pinkett went on a whole tour talking about Will Smith and their relationship, and people.
And she didn't go that far. She's been dragging him for the last 5 years.
Bro, yeah, when they the paparazzi did roll up on Jada Pinkett Smith, and I had the audio of what she said to them when they asked her about this. I'll pull up right now.
He copied my whole fucking flow, word for word, bar for bar.
She said he copied her whole flow. She was mad.
Yo, I was fully expecting Jada's voice, and when I heard Soulja, I'm like, oh wait, oh.
She's like, yo, if anyone's gonna kick Will's back, it's gonna be me.
Oh my God! Now this is bad stuff.
Yeah,
this is bad work. I like I said, you got to give respect to Tasha K because she's got no fear. She will get in the muddy. She will get in the mud, down and dirty, and have people on her show and say whatever they want. But she about to get another $5 to $10 million lawsuit coming.
Man, when you said in the mud, down and dirty, I want to change the topic.
What do you think about the allegations, though? What, like, any thoughts? Or you don't want to? No,
I have no real thoughts about it. Just thoughts and prayers.
Oh man,
do you?
I wouldn't be surprised. I hope it's not true.
Whatever. At this point, whatever. Hopefully everyone's happy. Doesn't seem like it. But one hip hop star who does seem to be happy, man, Andre 3000. He's been living his best life. Mm-hmm. Over the last 20 years since Outkast released their final album, The Love Below and Speaker Box, and won Grammy for Album of the Year. I think they might be the only hip hop album, them and Lauryn Hill, for the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I think are the only two hip hop albums that won Album of the Year.
Wow.
But it's been 20 years. People have been begging Andre for his solo album, and he announced today, or was it today or yesterday? I don't even know. I think it was actually yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's dropping a new album.
It's called New Blue Sun.
Oh man.
I will say, when I first saw this and I saw his outfit, I was like, either this is going to be the greatest album of all time or this is going to be complete trash. And
we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
When I found out more information and also started to see the track list names, you're right. I just don't know. Either this is going to be the greatest instrumental ever or it's going to suck.
Yeah, he did an interview with NPR, and they're calling this album a stunning 87-minute mind-bender, minimalist and experimental, tribal and transcendent album with no bars, no beats, no sub bass. Andre doesn't sing on this joint either. What he does do is play flute, and plenty of it. Contrabass flute, mind flutes, bamboo flutes, all the flutes. Man, he's been going around playing the flute all around the world for years. We can't be too surprised that he's dropping a flute album, but are you excited for it?
Yo, have you ever been to so in Rancocas in South Jersey, there's a Native American reservation.
Okay.
And I used to go with my parents like every October. It was like a after birthday thing that we would do. And there they sell like different trinkets and things like that, handmade articles of clothing, shoes, like all like Native American heritage stuff. And one of the things that they sell there is those little flutes, those ones with the little reed pipes or the bamboo pipes, and then you blow in them. And there's somebody there that's selling discs, and they throw down on that almost harmonica sounding looking sort of thing. And if it's like that, then I'm excited. If it's not that, then this is going to be shit.
Oh man!
And I'm going to be really disappointed. I mean. Are you excited for it? Are you going to listen to it?
I was planning on listening to it until I read it was 87 minutes long, and I don't think I'm going to be able to listen to that long of music unless I'm doing something else. I'm going to try to listen to it. I'm definitely going to give it a try. I don't know if I'll get through the whole thing. I don't know, Troy. Like, are you going to give it a listen?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I have to do a lot of driving this weekend, so I'll probably throw it on. Hopefully it doesn't put me to sleep, and we'll see what happens.
Fall asleep behind the wheel. Thanks, Andre.
Listen, drink your coffee before you do that, all right? I mean, 87 minutes for 8 songs does sound really crazy.
Yeah.
It really does.
Do you have the song titles up?
I do. I do. So track number 1 is titled I Swear. I really wanted to make a, quote, rap album.
Oh, my God.
But this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
Oh, my God.
Track 2. The slang word pussy rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you agree?
Wow. I'm glad you're wearing a beanie while you're reading this.
Track 3. That night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control. Shit was wild. Like, I think when I listen to this album this weekend, I'm going to try to get to track 3. And if I'm not feeling it by track 3, then I'm done. Because after that, it goes to bipolar disorders, not bipolar disorders, daughter, wears a 3,000 button down embroidered. And that's it for that title. It's weird. 1993 Till Infinity and Beyonce. Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy. That's track 6. Ants to You, Gods to Who. I like that title. That's the best title in this whole thing so far. And then the final track, Dreams once buried beneath the dungeon floor slowly sprout into undying gardens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like he put more effort, at least he put some effort into being poetic with the song titles. I mean, it's something very different.
It is.
Actually, when you took a break in between the song titles, I didn't know if that was a song title in itself. I was like, where does it end? I don't know. But hell, I love artists being creative, I would say Kanye West taught me when he dropped 808s and Heartbreak, that, I hated the idea of that, but then I ended up just loving that album. And I was like, I'm never going to question an artist when they go out of the box or do anything. When it comes to Andre 3000, I would say I would be a little bit more excited about this if, his guitar solo on that song 16, Rick Ross, was a little bit better, but that shit's ass. It kind of ruined the whole song. And it's just I feel like he's a great artist, vocally and, lyrically. Instrumentally, I don't know. I don't trust it, man. Just because he's been hopping around all around the world playing the flute doesn't mean it's going to be a good record. But hell, I'm glad he's working. He's a legend. I hope he does transcend into making more, vocal music, because that's what we love him for. Mm-hmm. They also said they're gonna put a sticker on the front of this just to let everybody know if the song titles don't tell you enough, they're gonna put a sticker on it to say no bars. And I wish more rappers put that sticker on their fucking albums, because y'all niggas suck.
Dang. What kind of drugs do you think Andre's been doing?
Ayahuasca, I think they said, was when he turned into a panther. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. The reason I would want to stop at that one is because I've been to Hawaii, and turning into a panther in Hawaii sounds fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that would be really dope.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you will if you listen to the record. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Troy, what did you think about the song titles?
I kind of liked them. I liked the Infinity to Beyonce one. I thought that was cool. I liked the parallel between all the religious figures and then the serial killers. I was like, okay, what's that about? But I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, who killed more people?
Oh man. Okay.
Speaking of rappers, man, Drake and J. Cole are going on tour.
That's right. Right after Drake said he was going to sit his ass down and get his stomach in order.
For real, he did say that. But yeah, they're going right back on the road. Mm-hmm. It's all a blur. Part 2, all the B, C cities in the U.S., all the flyover states. All the dusty ass places, they're coming to you.
Oh man, the list of places: Denver, San Antonio, New Orleans, Tampa, Nashville, Kansas City. They're gonna wrap up in Birmingham. There's some other places they're going as well, but they'll be in Belmont Park over here in Staten Island. Yeah,
the UBS arena.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cole's not going to be on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're doing this. I think a lot of people got excited when the announcement happened. I saw that they dropped the video for first-person shooter today. Looking
dope.
like Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah,
playing chess.
It looked really cool. I liked it. Is this? How would you feel if they came out with like a joint album? If that's the next thing that the two of them do,
I'd be really surprised. I wouldn't think that would happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Drake likes to feed off of like, I don't know, people who are a little bit more like Future or 21 Savage. I feel like people
somebody more melodic a little bit.
Well, just a little bit more street, and also I don't know. He likes to. I feel like I don't know. I couldn't see him and J. Cole doing a full project together. I feel like Cole said, it's like Spider-Man pointing at each other. Like I feel like they're too similar, and they kind of need more of a record, more space on a record to be effective. You know, I couldn't see either one of them taking a back seat on the sound of what's going to happen. And I don't know. I like their handful of collaborations, but I highly doubt that we'll ever get an album between them.
I don't know. We might be pleasantly surprised. I mean, honestly, I would like it if they did. I wonder if like being around each other would maybe bring out parts of their artistry that they haven't maybe focused on. Whereas, you know, you think about Cole, he doesn't have like the hits and things that are popular the way that Drake does. And Drake has seemingly lost all ability to really come up with strong raps and rhymes. So I don't know. Who knows when they spend the next 3 months together on tour, what they might come up with. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think they hopefully could learn from each other. I'm not sure how much fraternizing they'll do together, but I feel like they will. I feel like, you know, some artists, they go on tour together, they keep their separate ways, you know, but I feel like we'll see a lot of overlap with them on this tour. They always look very friendly together out in the public, so I think it's cool to see them do this at this stage of their careers. You know, it's going to be a short run, but I'm really just more so looking forward to a Cole project. Definitely. The Fall Off, we've been waiting for years, so hopefully this is the prelude to that. And you know, we've heard J. Cole kill features the last, you know, 4 years? Yeah, something like that. We got the off season a couple of years ago. Now, damn, was that like 3 years ago or 2? No, 2. Damn. Well, we're due for another one, man. Yeah, for sure. It's almost 2024. I think that dropped 2021. So we pushed in 3 years. So hopefully when it does drop, it'll be nice. But yeah, I'm loving everyone going on tour. I'm not loving the ticket prices and the prices of events. It's been crazy, man. Yeah, it's been really crazy. Even for Philly with Fab and Jeezy, it was not cheap at all. How much was it? We're in like the mezzanine, second row of the mezzanine, and it's like 120 each, something like that. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, it's not bad. But we also got them early. Now the tickets are way like double up. Wow. Yeah, double that. That's why you gotta, you know, get the pre-sale, but you have to have a code, or it's all a scam now. Yeah, it really especially if people are popular. You can still nab Travis Scott tickets for pretty cheap. Well, yeah, resale. But he has a lot of dates. You better take a helmet with you. Yeah, I'm not going to no Travis Scott show. Not again. I've seen him enough. But yeah, and we're gonna discuss before the year ends, you know, our favorite concerts of the year, guys. So that's definitely coming in December. Yeah, we have a lot more shit coming for you guys. Just remember to like this video, you know, like and share our shorts, and you know, follow us on TikTok. We're at 79 followers on TikTok. We can get to 80. You know, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Facebook. You know, we're there too. So we're everywhere. People promote everywhere. People do things on planes. This one Grammy nominated singer, Bobbi Storm, you know, she was recently nominated for she is a featured vocalist in a Grammy nominated album, The Maverick Way, by Christian group Maverick City Music. Have you heard about them? No, I haven't. Well, we know about her now. Yeah. Because she wanted to celebrate by singing the whole Planet song. She did. Let's take a listen to see what exactly transpired here?
I can sit down and I'll sit up in for you. I'll sit down, but the seatbelt signs off. The seatbelt signs off. It's not a disturbance. I was like, I haven't done this in a while. I've gotten to the next status, so.
Are you able to be quiet?
But they're enjoying it. So while we're sitting here, could I please?
I'm not enjoying it. So I'm asking you, can you be quiet?
Okay, well,
That's a yes or no answer, please.
Am I going to go to jail if I don't?
It'd be your own
Please
people,
answer my question.
man.
Are you willing and able to be quiet?
Who?
right now?
I'm doing what the Lord is telling
This
me.
old black
I'm asking you
guy.
a question, yes or no. I'm your flight leader. I need you to follow my
He
instructions.
is her flight leader.
My instructions.
His little
to answer my
sassy
question.
attitude.
Are you able to be quiet?
What do you guys think?
I'm asking you.
Cricket.
Now she messed it up when she
What do
asked.
you guys think?
Okay. If
No
you're
one's
able
gonna
to follow
say
my
that.
instructions,
What do you?
will not
Because she
be
was
taking
definitely
this
starting to be
flight.
smart
Are
there.
you able to be?
Oh my god.
Damn, so we didn't get to hear her sing. But we talk about wacky things happening on flights. I've never seen, someone try to sing on a flight. Seems like she was trying to get a viral moment, and she did. It just didn't work out the way she intended.
Not quite. Not quite. I mean, she's really lucky that she didn't get kicked off that plane because he looked like he was trying to find a reason.
Yeah, she didn't want to stop. She was looking for every reason to continue to sing. I think a normal person would have just been like, all right, my bad. Or, okay, it's not appropriate. But
Exactly. And she kept singing to herself after he left. She was singing softly to herself.
Yeah, if I was on that flight, I'll be happy he told her to shut the fuck up because I'm not for that either. Nobody really asked for it. I understand. You got a Grammy, good for you, but I probably wouldn't have even heard any of this because I always have headphones.
She ain't even win nothing yet. She's a featured artist in the group. Like, listen.
She's trying to go solo.
Sit in seat 33B and shut up. All right. Because she's talking about, I'm moving on to the next level. You all the way in the back of the plane. Like, I get why he had an attitude. He could have let her live and just like, the two of them needed to have more grace in that situation. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his job. She's being a little bit extra. The comments on this were all against her. I didn't really see many people supporting her.
I'm telling you, you can't play on them planes, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to take your side if you're playing around on the airplane.
Seriously, like everyone just wants to get from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think that we'll hear more from her? Do you think that, this actually worked? Maybe she'll go solo after this.
Maybe. But it's not easy for singers, man.
Yeah.
Not only when it comes to making that move from inspirational or gospel to R&B or whatever you're trying to do, but even just to try to go solo as a singer, you gotta have a label behind you, or you gotta be lights out as a singer. It's not easy at all. So hopefully she can use this to pivot. I mean, listen, being up for 2 Grammys, that's huge. Even if you are, part of a larger group, that's still huge. You're gonna say if you win Grammy Award winning and you put that before or behind your name, that makes a big difference in the money that you're going to request, in the opportunities that are going to come your way. It can be life changing. So I wish her the best of luck.
Yeah, just, I'm going to give her some advice and, pick a better way of transportation. Go sing on the subway. People do it all the time. You'll actually get some money, maybe some other things might happen. I don't know. Go sing on a cruise ship. You could actually get paid and get a little cabin. Go, sail around the world. Don't sing on a plane. Like, nobody wants to hear that.
Or you got to have more people. You got to have more people. Because we've seen the videos where people have like a group and then they'll sing and stuff like that. And it'll be okay. Everybody be like, ooh, it's so cute, blah, blah, blah. But if you by yourself, nah, it's not gonna work. You gotta have backup.
Yeah, maybe she should stick to a group. That's what we learned. But she is nominated for a Grammy, and they released all the Grammy nominations for 2024. Honestly, I don't really care about the Grammys, but it is good for artists to earn that status and get that stamp on their name. We know J. Cole still does not have his Grammy. But Ice Spice, she's nominated for 4 Grammys, including Best New Artist. What?
You heard me. I said that's some bullshit.
Why is it bullshit that she's nominated?
No, I'm talking about Cole.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I agree. That's why I don't like the Grammys, But I will say I'm happy for Ice Spice, and I hope she wins Best New Artist.
I don't. I want Victoria Monet to win it.
Okay.
Even though Victoria Monet is not that new, but her album was phenomenal.
I have not listened to her album.
Oh, if you listen to it, you'll like it. It's really good.
Yeah, who else was nominated? I saw SZA. Does she have the most nominations with 9?
She's definitely got a number of nominations for like SOS, Kill Bill, some of her records. I saw Miley Cyrus on here, Doja Cat, Taylor Swift, of course. All the standard names, that we see. Where's rap? There we go. So for rap, we've got Baby Keem and Kendrick, the Hillbillies. We've got Black Thought, Coi Leray, Drake and 21 Savage, Killer Mike with Andre, Future, and Aaron Allen Kane. And then Nicki and Ice Spice got a nomination for Best Rap Song. But for Best Rap Album, it's Drake and 21, Killer Mike, Metro Boomin, Nas, and Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I think
out of that crew, I think
Killer Mike should get it. I mean, he put a lot of work into it.
You listened to it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that album was great. And out of the list that they just gave, it was the best one by far.
Yeah, Troy, what do you think?
I think it's probably between, in my opinion, Killer Mike or Nas, King Disease 3. I really like that one.
True.
So I'd be happy if either of those two won. I like them both a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't listen to King's Disease 3. I didn't listen to a lot of rap albums or albums in general this year.
Yeah.
So I don't have a strong opinion, but I did listen to Killer Mike's, and yeah, you could tell like the quality of the music, everyone performed really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really
the way it told a story throughout the album. Like he did a good job with that.
Yeah,
he really did.
Yeah, he did. So hopefully, he gets his flowers. Yeah, and we'll see if Nicki Minaj is able to get her first Grammy too, along with Ice Spice, which would be nice. Not really a fan of the Barbie World song, but whatever. It's the year of Barbie, unfortunately. So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we'll see. The Grammys are what, in February?
I believe so. Interesting category that they have, progressive R&B. They have Black, Diddy's album, Terrence Martin and James Fauntleroy, Janelle Monáe, and then SZA's album. I think that's a really tough bunch to go against. They had some really good albums.
Yeah, it's a really tough bunch to lose to SZA, which, I mean, is that really even an R&B album? Let's be real.
Yeah, right. I mean, Diddy's album is really good. And Janelle Monáe's album is really good too. Black's album was like not his best work, but I thought it was solid.
Really? I did not like Black's album at all.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I thought it was okay, but he tried to do some things, and I don't think it landed as well as he thought. But
yeah, he got a Grammy nomination, so
yeah,
he's gonna think it's good and whatever. Shout out to all the Grammy nominees.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But as we said, we started off this live saying Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Woo!
Thanksgiving is coming up.
One of my favorite holidays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it your favorite holiday or just one of them?
No, just one of them. I'd say my favorite holiday is my birthday.
It's not a holiday, man.
It's a holiday for me. I take it off every single year. I don't never have to work.
Oh, my God. For real? You take off on your birthday every year?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Every single year.
Wow.
I take off for my birthday, and then I take off in between Christmas and New Year's.
Nice.
Every single year. It's the brainwashing from school.
Yeah. I was going to ask, do you get like munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts for yourself on your birthday?
No. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts like that.
Did you ever get munchkins for your birthday when you were in school, when you were a kid? That's what we would do.
Do they give them to you for free at Dunkin' Donuts or something?
No, I don't know. Like whenever it was our birthday, we'd bring on munchkins for the class.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't, not for my birthday, but definitely my music teacher. Shout out to Miss Rubenstein. She always had like food in the choir room and stuff, and whether it was munchkins, she used to get like the chocolate chip muffins and sell them. Like she was trying to hustle. She was definitely hustling. They had candy, pretzels, all kinds. That's I'm convinced that's why I'm still addicted to pretzels and chocolate.
Wow. And them choir kids did not need all them sweets, but
no, they didn't. Most of them didn't. I did. My little skinny ass.
But yeah, man. What's your favorite foods? What are you looking forward to the most on Thanksgiving, man?
Ooh, that's tough. Because with Thanksgiving and Christmas, the thing that I like most about it is, of course, the family time. But 1B to my 1A of family time is the food. So, fried turkey. I'm a really big fried turkey person. The way it just traps the juices and it's phenomenal.
Do you deep fry like outside?
Yeah, deep fried outside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you get like the big metal I don't know, cauldron, whatever you want to call that shit. With the peanut oil, you inject the turkey with the spices and juices and stuff. You season it up, do all that kind of stuff, and then you put that bad boy in there for a couple of hours. But I'm gonna be making the ham this year, so of course I got to shout out my own ham. Natalie's making empanadas, so that's gonna be really good. She's making them, but apparently I have to help.
Teamwork.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to choose food, to pick a specific thing. What about you? Is there like one thing that is your go-to?
I don't care that much about food, but Thanksgiving, like turkey, it's whatever. I like chicken more than turkey. Mm-hmm. But I love mac and cheese and ham and mac and cheese. The combo is always great.
That's true.
I love biscuits. That's pretty much it. And I love wine. Wine is great. Wine and swine.
Oh man, the other things that I didn't mention is probably potato salad. What about you, Troy? What's your go-tos for Thanksgiving?
My go-tos are definitely the turkey. Unfortunately, I never had fried turkey because I have a peanut allergy, so I know it's fried in peanut oil, and it just hearing you say that, I'm just like, oh.
They can use different kinds of oil, though. There's I don't remember if they can use vegetable oil, but there's some other oil you can use.
I'll have to find someone who can do that because that sounds really good. But no, my favorites are definitely the turkey. I love the ham, the biscuits, yams, and I come from a blended family, so it's like arroz con gandules, which is just rice and beans, but that always is amazing. Those are probably my go-tos.
Okay. I like it. Yeah. It's so weird. You mentioned yams, and I've never really been a fan of yams, but I love sweet potato pie. And I'm like, I don't understand. And even sweet potato mashed potatoes, I'm definitely a fan. But yams, I don't know what it is. It's like maybe a little bit too sweet. How do you typically like them?
I'm the opposite. I'm not big on sweet potato pie, but I love the yams. Something about the nutmeg, the brown sugar, and cinnamon and stuff is just so good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Must be a palate thing with sweet potato and how it's made or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I love yams, but not the food.
Oh man, cracking them yams. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It'll be a good time, and I think there's some good football happening on Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, it's an American holiday. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting this year. With all the wars and upcoming elections and political drama, people fighting Fed charges. Do you ever get into political conversation over Thanksgiving?
Sometimes, I will say it depends on how large of a group we have, whether or not it gets rambunctious with some of the topics that come up. Like this year, I think we're just doing a small family thing, with my parents, my sister and her family, and then probably Nat's family, her immediate family. So it probably won't be too contentious with some of the things going on. But yeah, I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, we're gonna have something small, with my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that's all. We always talk about things in the house, so it's kind of just the norm. When you do expand to other family members, it gets interesting because people have different perspectives.
Yeah, I know you got some conservatives in the family.
Relatively speaking, I don't really know. I mean, I feel like a little bit, but not 100%.
Okay.
But there are some differences in opinions. I find it all interesting, but I think this year be more just about focusing on family and I don't know. We'll probably end up talking about some shit that's going on, but I don't know. What about you, Troy?
I mean, probably some light talks about politics and stuff like that. My grandma's very, she watches the news and she's very into politics, so she likes picking everybody's brain, even though for the most part we're all in agreement with what's going on. But it's like the little things. She's like, oh, well, you don't like this? And it's like, no, not really. Or, someone going off about a conspiracy theory or some, vaccine talk or something like that. You're like, all right, I'm here to eat. I want to talk about all this shit. So we'll see. Hopefully it's light like that this year, though.
Yeah, I do agree with that. The vaccine stuff. If my parents are listening, I'm sorry, but they've been going crazy with the vaccine shit ever since COVID started. The other thing is so my parents, they recently started going to the Democrat meetings in their town.
Shit.
Because in Pemberton, the Democrats are getting beat down by the Republicans. The Republicans trying to take over. They're trying to make money because the town is struggling with taxes and stuff. So they're trying to get any Democrats they can to attend the meetings and be more active. So I definitely have some differing opinions on what the town should do. And we've already discussed that a little bit.
Wow. Damn. Yeah.
So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the conservative. Maybe I'm the one that has the differing viewpoints. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? It's all interesting. Let us know, guys, in the comments. What drama are you bringing to Thanksgiving?
I feel like it's only with the larger family get-togethers. Like once you have maybe 15 plus people, or somebody brings somebody that's new,
a wild card.
Yeah. You got to have a little bit of salt and pepper added to the family mix.
Yeah. People have all types of drama, man. I was reading this one story about some family drama over who's hosting Thanksgiving, man. Did you read that whole story?
So I read the first part of this, and the person that wrote it, they were in depth. They gave a lot of information.
Yeah. A lot of information. I was trying to take notes. I was just like, geez, I don't even know. I might as well just keep the whole article open. But of course, this started on Reddit. Someone asking, am I the asshole for hosting my own Thanksgiving after my daughter-in-law didn't invite me to hers? So this woman, she's concerned she doesn't have a good relationship with her daughter-in-law. And this post actually ended up growing, as time in real time, and she was providing updates. But initially, she was explaining that, her son was in college dating his now wife, and she told him to get a paternity test because he was not exclusive with her, and she wasn't either at the time. And he did, and he's the father. The first time that they met, she told her that it was not a pleasure to meet the person who thinks she's a whore. And she never called her that. She tried to explain, but she got cut off by her son. This obviously escalated over the years to the point now the family, they rotate who hosts Thanksgiving. So now it's her daughter-in-law's turn to host. So she texted the daughter-in-law asking, oh, what time should she be over? And she responded saying, oh, her husband's invited, but you can't come. So she reached out, to her son, who wasn't aware that she was uninvited from Thanksgiving. But she was wondering if she's the asshole in the situation.
Boy, this is a messy situation. I'd say no. Not at all. Honestly, she's trying to protect her son. She doesn't know this chick from any other chick walking the street. And at the end of the day, I think that's a fair request. honestly. I really do. Especially if I don't know what kind of family they have, but they said it was a shotgun wedding, so I'm assuming they're a Christian family that wants them to be married before the kid comes. So if that's the case, and he's about to spend the rest of his life with this woman that he did not intend to get pregnant, I think it's more than fair to make sure that this kid is mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think the same, and she was able to provide more details because people were in the comments asking, like, yeah. So she responded, and she was like, oh, she called her daughter-in-law to ask about how her son presented the paternity test, and if they were exclusive at the time. So she was able to get a response through text, and she says, I got thrown under the bus. She said they were on a break when she got pregnant. Apparently, they dated for like 2 months, had a break, became fuck buddies again, got back together. Then she found out she was pregnant. He presented it as me forcing him to have the test.
Oh, so her son is a bitch.
So he was the one who, I guess, framed it in that way.
He created this whole problem in more ways than one.
Yeah, so at least she was able to do some digging and get some clarity. But I do always have the standpoint of it's the son's job to maintain the relationship between them, and it seems like he kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have this tug of war when it comes to Thanksgiving of like whose house to go see. When you have people in situations like this where they rotate and there's some beef, it could get awkward because the problem initially was, if I'm not invited, then she was going to have Thanksgiving at her house. All the rest of their siblings said, okay, they're going to go to the mom's house and not go to the girl's house. So it's like all this family drama,
That's
man.
a mess.
Do you think that this is like a common thing of like fighting over who goes where?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that, maybe in most cases it's a little bit simpler than this because clearly they have some animosity that has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. I think a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't want to host it. Or other people are like, yeah, I want to host it every single year. I think it can be as simple as that.
Yeah.
But when you add in some of the other family drama, the nuances of who did what or who didn't do something, and you called me XYZ, like family grudges hold a long time.
Yeah.
They really do. I know in my family, I'm never in support of that type of shit. I'm like, life is too short. Y'all are too old to be holding grudges over nonsense. Like, that's just how I view it.
Yeah, I agree. And, I try not to hold grudges with family. But I'm more, I don't know. People could really be entitled over each other's time. And, I say to each their own. I don't know. I don't have like a family of my own, so I still go to my parents. I feel like if I do have to decide in the future, I'll try to, either alternate with who I'm with, our families, or host it myself. But you're right. Like, it's never a point of having the beef over it. But things do happen in families that, I don't know, man, they're a little bit worse. And there's some real beef because there's one woman, she was shocked to find out, her husband cheated on her. But he cheated with her mom,
Man. This article starts off so nasty. Mama said there'd be days like this.
That's wrong.
That's crazy. So an Idaho mom of two named Catherine claimed that her husband cheated on her with her own mother and revealed that it was her grandmother who told her about the affair.
Damn.
These women are wilding out. So she posted multiple videos on TikTok, and basically in the 3-part series of clips, she explained how this just occurred. She said there were a lot of, red flags about her now ex-husband and her mother's illicit relationship, but she initially ignored them because she didn't want to believe what was happening. She just didn't believe that two people she really trusted like this would betray her. But the first odd thing that she noticed was how her husband and mom they started greeting each other differently. Instead of just like an awkward hug, she started just wrapping her arms around her husband's neck, and then he would swing her around in a circle and say hello. He also started giving her foot rubs in front of her.
Bro, these red flags she ignored. She ignored her mom getting rubbed down by her husband right in front of her and him spinning her around like a ballerina. Come on, slapping her mom on the ass.
So she said that on Valentine's Day, just 2 days before she found out about the affair, he bought flowers not only for her, his wife, but also for her mom.
Damn, that sounds like something you would do too, but not maliciously. Like, you know, like
no, never malicious. Like, well, I will say I've sent flowers to Natalie's house before, but it was like for the ladies in the house.
Yeah.
But the biggest red flag was that on multiple occasions with multiple witnesses, the mom and ex-husband would say, you know, if Catherine and her dad were ever to tragically pass away simultaneously, we would totally end up together. Why are they praying for both of them to die?
Bro, that's not a red flag. That's them just telling you what it is.
That's like, I want you to die so I can be... That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's a crazy hypothetical. I mean, they weren't even trying to hide it from these signals, but he, you know, and the worst part about this is this man, he drove for DoorDash, and the way she found out, you know, after her grandmother told her, you know, she found out something was suspicious. She was tracking him on DoorDash and saw that he was not where he said he was. So she called him up. He wasn't picking up the phone. When he finally picked up, she heard a woman's voice in the back, and she was 99% sure it was her mom.
Oh, my God.
So she went over, you know, confronted her sister about it, and, you know, her sister confirmed that he picked up her mother to go door dashing with him earlier that day and allegedly asked her sister not to tell. You know, she confronted them about this. They both denied it until the mom admitted it the next day. This is crazy. She says, that night I left with my daughters. My mother moved into the house with my husband. Oh my God. She moved in. She said they continued to play house until I served my husband with divorce papers that also stated I would be filing for 100% custody of our children. She claimed her husband eventually grew tired of her mom and kicked her out, but her dad accepted her cheating mom back to open arms. To this day, my parents act like the affair never happened. In their words, the affair never would have happened if Catherine wasn't such a horrible daughter and horrible wife. It's all Catherine's fault, it seems. This story was wild, man. You know, to get cheated on by your husband is one thing. To get cheated on by your husband who works at DoorDash is another thing. To get cheated on your husband who works at DoorDash and is banging your mom on the DoorDash runs, that's unforgivable.
I don't even have words. I don't even have words. Who do you think is worse in this situation? The mom or the husband?
The mom. That's her daughter, man. She gave birth to this girl. You know, they have grandkids. These are the mother of her grandkids. She's betraying her husband, her family, everybody. She's an elder, and you gonna smash your son-in-law on his DoorDash run? That's embarrassing. It's definitely the mom. She moved into the house after the fact.
That's crazy. That's the craziest part. Like she went all the way in. She was ready to live with him.
Yeah, and the dad accepted her back with open arms. Yo, that mom got that bomb.
That's the thing. I would love to know what she looked like, because she must be working with something crazy. She probably is like a young mom or a young grandma. I don't know, but that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd be able to trust anybody after a situation like this. But the red flags were there. It seems like they were kind of out in the open with it.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, foot rubs, spinning her around in a hug is nuts.
That's what Usher did to Keke Palmer, and look what happened.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really crazy. I feel bad for the kids, though.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely going to hear about this story, and they're going to be disgusted by their dad, by their mom, by their grandma, by their grandpa. Like, they're going to hate that family.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a sad story. I mean, you know, I can't think of anyone. I never dated anyone with like a hot mom like that. Like, I mean, who I would think, oh, you know what I mean? I always see like people's mom as like, oh, like a mom. Like,
Yeah.
But then I saw Ice Spice's mom, and I'm like, I don't know.
But it's also a little different. Ice Spice's mom is like 5 years older.
5 years older than who?
Than us.
No, she's not.
She's like 37.
She's 37?
Yeah.
Oh, Ice Spice is about to be 24. So she probably like at least 40.
All right, maybe 40.
I mean, unless she had
Still,
a kid at
that's not
13.
old.
You're right. No, that's fair. You're right. She probably is a young mom because the grandmother is the one who called it out. So she's actually a great grandmother. So they probably, you know, runs in the family.
Damn. I feel bad for them. That's a nasty family, though.
Yeah.
Stay far, far away from them.
Yeah, I mean, the dad doesn't seem to mind. He's probably used to it. It's like, oh, she's off again. But what about the other sister? Do you think she should worry about the mom too, or was this husband just so irresistible?
I think that the other sister, she probably wants nothing to do with this family anymore.
Oh man,
it's just too messy. Like
But
that's
it's her
insane.
normal though. I mean, for them to be cool with all the extracurricular shit, yeah. Like, who's chilling with someone that's like, yeah, if she dies and your dad dies, we'll definitely be together. Multiple witnesses have heard them say that's just a regular thing. How? I don't know. Troy, did any of those red flags like stand out to you too?
Yeah, no, that one was wishing, like, and not wishing, but like fantasizing about the death. I'd be like, yeah, that's not okay. You know, rubbing her feet and stuff. That's just all stuff that make me very uncomfortable, and we have to talk about that.
Yeah, it's too much. You know,
craziness.
You got to be appropriate. But this one man, he cheated on his wife one time in the drunken fling. He says, you know, this anonymous 32-year-old man shared that he recently caught his wife cheating back with another man. He didn't know what to do.
Oh man, he was snooping through her phone while she was taking a shower, and he saw the text.
Oh man!
And they basically confirmed his suspicions. And he said that I felt so betrayed. He confronted her. They've been married for 5 years, and she claims that, or he claims that she just brushed it off. She said that her affair was fine because he did it first.
Wow. That's a wild justification. She's very bold. Do you think that she knew he'd find out? Because it sounds like she didn't really care at that point.
I don't know. But the weird thing is, so it seems like he had sex with somebody, and he calls it a drunken fling, 2 years into their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is technically 3 years afterwards, and she still hasn't gotten over it. And she's, I guess, being spiteful and like, it doesn't matter if I cheat on you because you did it first.
Yeah, he said that she forgave him. They went to counseling over that. But clearly she's very resentful. But she did, I think, they separated after this, and he was trying to reach out to her, and he finally managed to get a hold of her, and she basically told him it's over, and she no longer loves him. You know, he says, I managed to track her location and find out who the person she's cheating on me with. And Dave, if you read this, fuck you. I honestly can't wait to get divorced now. Damn. Dave did him dirty.
That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, it's weird to me, though, that if she said she forgave him and they went to counseling and they moved on past this, 3 years later, it took her getting caught for her to be like, fine, we're getting divorced.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she just wanted her get back. I mean, clearly she kept that in mind and held on to him doing it. Maybe,
True.
Maybe that made her realize she just didn't love him.
And she fucked somebody that he knew.
Dave. Oh, man. But he's ready to get divorced now. Seems like, this was the closure he needed. But what do you think about revenge cheating? Like, if you got betrayed, and someone cheated on you, would you feel the need to get them back, or would them, feeling disgusted afterwards, like Tristan Thompson, be enough of a payment, of punishment for them?
No, I don't think I would feel the need to get them back, but I feel like if they cheated on me and I'm married and I find out like that, no, it's done.
Really?
It's done.
So you wouldn't be open to going to counseling the way that they did? I mean, it didn't work for them, clearly. But.
I mean, I'm sure I would try, but I think I know myself enough at this point where I know that it would be done.
Really? I don't know. For me, like, I don't know how I would react in situations like that, especially if I'm married.
I think a big piece of it would depend on if there's kids too.
Yeah.
If there's, from this article, it doesn't seem like they have kids.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a big difference.
For sure. For sure. I mean, I would never want to cheat back. I was.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but at the same time, it does open the door.
I don't think so. Not if you go through counseling and get forgiveness. I don't think that door's open, unless someone's still feeling some type of way and they're really not being honest about forgiving the person. Yeah, I would never cheat back. I always cheat first.
Yo, you being real open today.
I'm just talking shit.
Exactly.
No, I mean, you feel disgusted afterwards. That's punishment enough. It shouldn't be no back and forth. I would never want to be in a back and forth. First of all, like,
no, if it gets to that point, then she's right. It needs to be done.
Yeah,
it needs to be done. But yeah, this is. Somebody said file for divorce and better luck next time.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to you, sir.
Don't get drunk.
Yeah, I don't know if he's being completely truthful on his side. Yeah. And especially he's, using alcohol as an excuse, which I feel like is a little bit lame.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Tristan Thompson maybe should give him some advice on how to move on.
Tristan Thompson can't give anybody advice, not in a relationship.
Oh, man. Better Dave than one of your parents, honestly. Like, that's awful. Yeah. But some people have more open relationships, like this one bride and groom. And when they got married, they smashed one of the bridesmaids.
Oh. I mean,
this article is hilarious, bro.
If y'all want to do that, then they said it was on an episode of Love Don't Judge.
Yeah, it's a British show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over in England.
Yeah, it is.
They opened this article by saying this bride had quite the train, and it wasn't the one on her dress.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh, God.
Like that. So Katie, age 26, and her husband Dan, age 25, they got married in Devon, England in September after 6 years of dating. And the episode, it just aired like last week. The couple, they discussed their sexual fantasies and their decision to sleep with other people to fulfill their desires. So Dan told Katie that he wanted to see her with another man, which left her feeling shocked at first. And that was the first admission that kind of encouraged Katie to explore bisexuality.
Yeah, so, that honestly, that's a crazy place to start. I mean, I always think, it would start off with bringing a girl in, but they started with a dude. And I was a little bit shocked that she said that that's how she explored bisexuality, because I'm like, if he wants to see you with another dude, then I don't know. But
I don't want to make any assumptions, but
in his bisexuality, maybe, I don't know, but they seem to be really open.
Yeah, they really did. So that basically opened the door for them, and they did stuff on their wedding night. They ended up taking one of her girlfriends up to their bedroom. They had drinks and had a threesome with her, and it was really fun. She said one of her best friends, so it was very comfortable. And Dan had the same thing to say. He said, to do it on such a special day just made it so much more memorable.
Aw, newlyweds. I feel like if you bring a third person in on your wedding night, they're a part of your marriage now.
For real, right? And then they show like all the different couples that they've been getting with. And it seems to be a trend.
Yeah.
It's like nerdy looking white guys and BBW white girls.
Yeah, they get along well. Kind of was a turnoff the more I read into this. But hey, to each their own. She did say that, it feels good, to have this lifestyle with her husband that they share together. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of judgment that she's received from her family. They disapprove of what she's doing, and she doesn't really speak to them anymore, which I felt was sad.
Wow.
And at first I was like, damn, her family is really judgmental. But when I was reading more about, like, their lifestyle, I kind of understood a little bit. I don't know.
She said the family didn't even attend the wedding, and they labeled her as disgusting. It's just a normal friendship to them, but like other friendships, they basically share wives and things.
Normal, just like anyone else. They say sometimes they see other couples as many as 4 or 5 times a week, which that's a lot. That's a lot of people when you consider like the multiplication of people in days per week.
But then on the other side of the spectrum, they said they can also go months without seeing any other sexual partners and just be the two of them.
I don't believe them at all. They could go months. I don't think that they have.
Yeah.
But they said this is a whole lifestyle for them. They've cultivated a whole community of others with similar interests. So there's a whole community of these swingers, and so she has a new family, one that she could fuck all the time.
Just like that mom. It's definitely different. It is definitely different. The one thing that was pretty funny is that she said, the jealousy is kind of part of it. It makes things more exciting. And I know that jealousy is probably what is the big blocker for most people.
Yeah.
In terms of expanding their relationship.
Yeah, jealousy. All these feelings could be a turn on or turn off for people. You never know what triggers people psychologically. I am interested to know what type of Thanksgiving these people have. I can imagine a whole lot of stuffing is going on.
Oh, man. A lot of turkey legs.
Speaking of stuffing, Will Smith. No.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I do need to stop it. That's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, clearly they're on the same page, having a lot of fun on their wedding night. I wouldn't want to be partake in any of this type of stuff, but hey, to each their own. We talk about people like this every week. And last week we talked about Yvonne Orji and being a virgin at 39. Actually, she turns 40 in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I think her birthday, her and Aron Rodgers have, I think she's December 2nd, he's the 3rd. So they're both turning 40 in a couple of weeks.
Isn't Aron single right now?
Oh, shit.
Power couple.
Oh, my God. But this one TikToker, blogger, Alicia Tucker, she was a virgin until marriage. And she shares some tips for other virgins who plan on losing their virginity when they get married. Oh, shit. Knicks beat the Hawks. Jalen Brunson.
Nice.
Killed that shit,
Close the game out.
Yeah. That's nice, man. But yeah, she gave some wedding tips for virgins, So she gave a handful of advice for people who plan on smashing for the first time after getting married. First, she advised women to discuss sex and any concerns such as pain with their partner prior to the wedding night. That way, you don't have to feel like you're carrying all your anxieties to yourself, and that's part of the whole intimacy process as well. She also recommended taking a pre-coital shower to calm nerves and ease into sexual contact. She also warned women to expect blood if they're a virgin and recommend that they lay a towel down to prevent a mess. Mm-hmm. She also, says relax yourself and take in every single moment rather than being in your head and not being present. So you'll be happy about it afterwards. The last piece of advice was, it's important to pee after you have sex. All these things I would say I agree with. I'm not a woman, but I have had sex. I'm like, you kind of...
You're funny as hell. I have had sex.
I'm not a virgin. I'm just saying a lot of the stuff you kind of you don't think of,
You don't.
because it's just like, oh, like it's kind of normal. But when she listed it out, it's like, oh, these are actual good tips.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's common for people to wait until marriage, and do you think that they should keep these tips in mind?
I don't think it's common, but I do think that, of course, among Christians, among Muslims, I think that even, I guess, among Jews too, I would assume that all these religions, they have some sort of chastity aspect. So I think that it may be a larger portion of people than we might realize. I don't know. What do you think? 20% of the population waits until marriage?
No.
You think
no.
less than that?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I would say less. I don't know. It's hard.
Troy, what do you think?
You might be 20%. I think it's a low number. I think a lot of people probably lie about it as well. There's a lot of shame and stuff. I think nowadays, I don't think it's that high.
Not 20.
Yeah, maybe like in Utah, where the Mormons be real strict with that.
I don't know. I think they'd really be lying, but
yeah, they do some different things. I would say it's probably under 20%, maybe in the low teens, 15, 13%. I don't know. Damn, we have so many of these topics, but we're already at 10 o'clock, and I think we can close with some sports stuff. We mentioned Aron Rodgers.
Sure.
His birthday's coming up, and we talked about him trying to come back, and he's saying he's targeting December, which is in a couple of weeks, which would be insane. They're actually talking about it. He's saying when he's ready to. The Jets are saying like when he's ready, we're not going to hold him back. I think we all agreed last week that we thought this was a dumb idea. But every week it seems it may be more of a reality. Troy, I know you guys are really struggling at the quarterback position. Is this something you're warming up to?
No, it sounds like a nightmare again. It's like this nightmare will never end. With the way the Jets have been playing and their poor pass protection, he's going to get injured again. If he comes back in December and you start to play the good teams and stuff in the playoffs against these elite defenses, he's going to, he might end up even worse. Like, nah, I don't like it. I'm happy that his mind's in the right place. He's setting goals. I think that, setting goals and that mind over matter stuff really does help. But I think we have to be realistic and be like, just wait till next season. Just wait till next season.
Yeah, what do you think about the Jets? Like, not even going to stop? Like, they say, oh, he could do what he wants. Like,
I mean, he pretty much like owns the team. I feel like he has the Jets hostage right now. We have Nathaniel Hackett, terrible offensive coordinator. Like all this stuff, all these players that he brought who have not been doing anything, and they're all his friends. They're all like part of his inner circle. So if he's there, his friends and his company is going to be there. So it's just an unfortunate situation right now. It kind of has us in like chokehold.
Wow.
Dude, he had y'all in a chokehold before the trade even happened, so I'm sure now it's even worse. But if they allow this to happen and he gets hurt again, all you're going to hear the media say is this is why the Jets are a trash organization.
Yep.
That's all you're going to hear. Yep. Because you cannot let a player dictate whether or not, oh, I'm going to play because I'm healthy. You can't recover from an Achilles at 39 years old in 4 months.
Hey, he's saying did he do some rejuvenation shit? I don't even know. Some type of special therapy. I don't know what he's doing.
I think so. I think he's doing like some experimental therapy. He has like some like super experimental surgery and stuff. And it looks like, we see him throwing the football and we see him like walking around without a boot and stuff. And it does, it is very inspiring. But it's like, all right, like, can you really drop back? Can you run? How much weight can you put in it and stuff? Like, he's talking about coming back in a month.
He's gonna be running for his life.
Yeah.
Dude, we just watched for the last 8-9 games Zach Wilson get crumpled. And he's been getting sacked like 4 times every single game, if not more.
Yeah.
There was one game he got sacked like 10 times.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's so bad. And the one thing though, like, Aaron Rodgers is one of like he gets the ball out like super fast compared to Zach Wilson. Like a lot of those sacks Zach Wilson takes is because he holds onto the ball way too long. He's too slow at like reading the defenses. Aaron Rodgers is quick, so hopefully the plan was to mitigate that poor offensive line, get the ball out fast, get the ball out quick. Obviously, it didn't work. It only lasted 4 plays, but that was the plan. So we'll see. I just don't like it.
Dude, Zach Wilson has been sacked 33 times. He has 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the year.
Oh, that's ugly numbers.
Terrible.
That's sad.
So, and granted, he sucks. Nobody's disputing that, but the Jets' offense was not necessarily inspiring even to go into this year. So I think it's a bad idea. Like, I don't want to see players get hurt.
Exactly.
Do I want to see the Jets be a good football team? Absolutely. I think it's better for New York if the Giants and the Jets are actually competitive.
Yeah.
But this is dumb.
I think it's dumb, but if he does it and they actually make it far, then hey, that'd be great. But I don't know what ayahuasca he's been taking, but it's amazing. I don't know what to believe, but it seems like there's actually a possibility for him to be back on the field, which I don't think anyone thought was possible.
Yeah.
I think it's a really dumb idea, though. We'll see, man. I can't lie. I do want to see him try. I think it's a really dumb idea, but hell, get on there, get on the field, Aaron. Let's see what you got.
Boy.
But yeah, you never know. I mean, Pat Mahomes, he made headlines. He told who did he tell? Peyton and Eli Manning?
Yeah,
was that who he was talking to?
It's disgusting. I can't believe he did this. So basically, Mahomes. This is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best in the league right now. He's a 2-time NFL champ and 2-time NFL MVP. And he was doing an interview, and he was talking to somebody who used to be a quarterback for the Chiefs, Chad Henne. So in the interview, he was talking to Schefter on the podcast, and basically Henne said Mahomes is pretty particular about things. And one of the things that he does is he signed a $500 million contract, and he still wears the same pair of underwear every single game, only on Sundays.
Shame. Shame.
I mean, you were really critical of Ray J, who says he never wears underwear more than once, and he goes to CVS to buy extra pairs. And you're also upset at Pat Mahomes, who only wears the same pair. Like, pick a side, man.
No, but there's a middle ground. There's a middle ground. That middle ground is all the underwear he wears from Monday to Saturday that he rotates and he washes regularly. This is absolutely disgusting. He told Eli and Peyton, he was like, I love a good superstition, but can't you just do no, this is what Eli said. I love a good superstition, but can't you just do like a pregame meal or something? Does it have to be red underwear that you wear every single Sunday? It's nasty.
I mean, it works. You can't argue against the stats, man. When I read this headline, I was like, damn, he just wants more attention because Travis Kelce's been getting all the attention all season. And I know they're on their bye week. He's like, what could I say that's interesting? Let me talk about my underwear. Yo, did you see the video of Travis Kelce acting like a schoolgirl when Taylor Swift shouted out the Chiefs at the concert?
I did.
You're a fan of his, man. Are you starting?
I like Travis.
How do you feel about his behavior? Because I feel like it's been, I don't know, man. It's been pretty lame. I can't lie. I'm starting to judge him now.
I don't know what he's supposed to do. Like, you kind of have to. You got to make the energy balance, don't you? Like,
yeah,
she went to a whole bunch of Chiefs games in a row.
That's true.
She's probably going to be at this game on Monday night between the Chiefs and Eagles. And if she doesn't wear some Eagle shit, I'm going to be highly upset.
Why, bro?
She's been an Eagles fan forever.
Why do you
for
care?
her whole life. And then she's not going to wear Eagle stuff. We'll see what happens. I think she's going to pull a Donna Kelce and wear like one of those split jerseys.
Bro, she does not care that much about the Eagles, man.
No,
she cares about that.
She put it in her songs.
She put the Chiefs in her songs now. She's putting the Chiefs
she's switching
other
up.
places too.
She's flipping like reciprocals. But no, I think for Travis, I don't know what he's supposed to do. Maybe he's really in love with her. Maybe he really likes her. Maybe this is a dream come true for him and he's acting like it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm not mad at him. She's worth a Billy. He said he wanted a breeder. Shout out to him. He's going to retire from football the next few years anyway. So I just don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see him acting like a cheerleader.
Dog, when this was ASAP with Rihanna, you didn't have no problems.
That's Rihanna, man.
It's Taylor Swift.
Bro, don't.
Don't what?
Don't compare.
They're in the same category.
A category of what? Being billionaires?
Yes, being billionaires, being the best at whatever their art is in terms of being singers and stuff. They're in the same exact category.
Bro, no. Rihanna's way hotter than Taylor Swift. That's what I'm saying.
Not in my opinion, but okay. That's a different conversation.
What do you mean?
We've had it already.
What do you mean? You think Taylor Swift and Rihanna are on the same level?
I don't think Rihanna's way hotter than Taylor Swift.
You think they're comparable?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, you thought Kim K and Julia Fox were comparable, too. Okay. All good. I think
Julia Fox was before she started messing with Kanye. He gave her whatever crazy mojo she got, or he has.
Nah, man. Did you see Kanye's get up in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, that shit looks sick.
You saw it? Oh my God, that shit looks
you gotta see it.
It looks dope, man. There's a lot of money out there. I can't wait to hear new music from him.
Yeah, it's sick. He has like these tents that are set up and everything like that out there in the desert. Like it looks like it cost a couple mil to set up that like compound that he has in the desert or whatever, but it looks sick.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. We'll see if we get some new music before the year ends from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Taylor's got Travis in a chokehold, but Draymond Green, he had
oh man,
Rudy Gobert in the chokehold, bro. Like, you sent the video of the brawl.
Yeah.
The brawl, man. The Warriors versus the Timberwolves, and
so crazy.
Started off with Clay, and I don't even know who he was fighting with. I just paid attention to that choke at the end of it. Really, it's like they started it, but Draymond, of course, ended it.
It looked insane. And the crazy thing is, this happened like right after the tip-off. Nobody had even made a basket yet.
Oh, shit.
And not even a minute into the game, and like 3 people got ejected.
Wow. And it was a tournament game, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all tournament games right now, but it's just like, I don't.
They're not all tournament games.
They're not all tournament. I don't even understand this shit. I don't understand the tournament.
When the court's like painted, that's when it's like on tournament days, like all the games. It's weird. I don't fully understand.
Dude, and you weren't lying. Those court paint, it looks so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I don't think anyone really likes it, but hopefully they make some improvements.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just figure it out this year and then make some changes. But yeah, Draymond, he's got a record of this. Somebody made a video. I didn't see it until too late to be able to share it with you all, but they made a video of all the different times that he's kicked people in the nuts, tackled people, hit people, done flying knees into people, trying to block shot, like all types of Draymond attacks.
Bro, he has more MMA highlights than John Jones, yo. It's insane. If he wasn't in the NBA, I feel like he'd be the heavyweight champion of the world.
He could be. He could be. I mean, people forget that he played football in college. He was a pretty good tight end, and then, of course, the money was calling him in the NBA. But somebody's got to talk to him.
Who? Jordan Poole tried to talk to him.
Now Jordan Poole is doing turnaround misses on 3-point shots. And
in D.C., he's banished.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's sad.
I mean, I would want a player like Draymond on my team. I would want someone who just goes and fights people.
You got to have an enforcer. I feel like on any sports team, you have to have an enforcer like that. Somebody who contributes that, you respect their play, but at the same time, they will put their hands on somebody if they do the wrong thing. You have to have it. But he takes it a little too serious. Just a little bit. Like he had that chokehold deep in there. It was locked in. And Rudy, this bum doesn't do shit. He hasn't done jack shit since he got to Minnesota.
The team hasn't. I mean, Anthony Edwards has gotten a lot better this year too. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think it's Gobert's fault. I feel like he's doing his
He definitely
job.
don't help.
He didn't help in that fight. He got dragged out. But Draymond, he's crazy for real. Like I would not want no problems with him. I would avoid him because he thrives off that shit. Like you could tell, once he gets going, it's just like I don't think there is any talking to him. It's just
so
like
crazy
get
because
away.
in the video, he literally jumps like past other guys that he could have gone after to specifically target Rudy. Like,
yo, he knew exactly what he was going to do. And yeah, he gets excited by it. He thinks it's like the Royal Rumble, man. I think he could be great in the WWE. Like, that might be the next phase of his career. But yeah, he got suspended from that, or
5 games.
5 games? Damn.
5 games, yeah.
Yeah, they're not playing with him.
They said he's going to miss out on like $769,000 in salary, and he's also going to get fined $25K.
Damn.
Somehow Rudy's getting fined $25K, and so are Klay Thompson and Jaden McMichaels.
I get it, because Rudy was kind of putting Klay in a chokehold a little bit, or trying to pull him away. It's just Draymond's chokehold was a lot more dramatic. He pulled him like 20 feet. That was crazy. He dragged his big ass. He's strong as hell.
He really did.
That's crazy.
He really did. Dragged him all the way to the bench. Steve Kerr like, please stop. Please stop. No. He dragged him all the way to the hoop.
Oh my God. Yeah. The only person who could, have control over Draymond is Steph Curry. And
yeah.
He wasn't playing.
No,
so.
He wasn't in the game.
Yeah. Steph loves that shit too. Low key. Oh my God. Damn, yo. We talked about a lot today, yo.
Yeah.
Shit. Those 2 hours flew by. We actually have a lot of great topics that we weren't able to get into, but we'll be back in a couple weeks. We'll provide updates on how our Thanksgivings went. I know you got a concert this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to a concert on Monday. Wrapping up our concerts for the year. I know, Troy, you got Danny Brown in a couple weeks, so we got a lot more to update you guys on.
Definitely.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a safe, fun Thanksgiving with their family. I know there's a lot of depressing shit going on in the world, so hopefully everyone's able to enjoy their time off work and enjoy some good food and, spread love with their loved ones.
That's right. Still a lot to be thankful for sure. Make sure you all follow, subscribe. We're on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. Make sure you hit that follow button. Send us some DMs if you want to talk about any topics. If you want to share some of your food from Thanksgiving, we're definitely going to judge that shit. So if you want, send through the pictures. We'll be more than happy to take a look. And I'm looking forward to this weekend, man.
Yeah, me too. Next week, time with the fam. We'll definitely have a bunch to share with you guys. Let us know if you want any advice too. We'd love to give you guys advice. And we'll be back. We won't be here next week. We're taking the week off for Thanksgiving, but we will be posting content throughout the week. So don't worry if you missed out on anything. We'll be catching you guys up. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. And until next time, peace.